we are going to, I'm going to show you some stuff today that will blow your hair back. I've been putting this show together, especially for this audience that has been following this Umar Johnson saga. We're going to get into it right now. Let's start with the video where he claimed that it's open for operation. And when I play a little bit of this video and I show you what I'm going to show you next, you will know that this is an impossibility. This is Umar Johnson is only showing you the areas of the building that look somewhat good to give the appearance that progress is taking place, to give the appearance that you need to give them more money, hard-earned money, to give you the appearance that it's going to open up. As Honor said, this man has declared FDMG open for operation, what, 3 or 4 times? It's laughable by this time. It's laughable. 1, 2, 3, 4. No progress. This is all a what do you want to call it? Illusion of progress to continue pushing this long con out to make you think that something's going to happen. When he goes in the bathrooms, he walks down the hall, it's all cap. Let me let you see what I'm talking about.
Decorated, but we need a certificate of occupancy. Your school is ready to be decorated, but we need a certificate of occupancy. I want to thank all my donors who've been standing with us. We are complete, brothers and sisters. Look at your school. Look at your school, brothers.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you put in the number by number, how many times has Umar Johnson gone into he goes to the same places. He doesn't go anywhere. How many times has this man gone into the bathroom, constantly trying to show you the bathroom as if the bathroom is the damn school where kids are going to learn, meaning that that's the room they're going to learn their lessons. He goes to the same bathrooms. Remember, he was cleaning the toilets so nasty and putting it on air. Count in the chat room. How many of you can guess how many times have we seen the bathroom scene where he turns on the faucet? He did that how many years ago? Did he do this same thing?
And sisters, we are complete and we are ready to decorate for our children. We are ready to decorate for our community.
So you're now finally Umar Johnson is talking about decorating. The man's had the buildings for what, 7 years now? The man has been collecting money for what, 15 to 17 years, maybe even 20, hell. And we're just now at the point where we're decorating. And he goes into the bathroom and continues to show you the same old stuff that he always shows you, which is the toilets in the sinks, to give the illusion of progress, to make you think that things are moving forward, to make you say, you must donate to me, and to make you think that the people who criticize him don't know what they're talking about.
Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy is ready to operate, brothers and sisters.
Boom. I know you have seen this video before. I'm going to give my spice to it. He says very clearly that FDMG is ready to operate. That's the key word. Operate. Operate mean you should be able to do what? Bring kids into the school, have staff, have a curriculum, right? We don't even know what's the lesson plan in this school. And ladies and gentlemen, Umar Johnson does not even have a working website to tell you what the school is about, what its mission is, what have you, because he's only a podcast personality who goes from podcast to podcast. And I'm going to say this again. Shame on those black folks who have these podcasts who continue to platform Umar when they know he is a lie.
Tell the truth.
We are ready to operate, brothers and sisters. Hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. You must donate or you cannot participate. I said you must donate or you cannot participate.
Boom. How does Umar Johnson know who has donated when he doesn't even keep a running record of how much? He hasn't even been transparent with us about how much money he's collected. He hasn't been transparent about a website for the school, a curriculum. We don't even know who the faculty is, who's going to do security, right? Who's going to be driving vehicles to transport these kids, because he said he wants a bus to go pick up black folks from all over the eastern seaboard. We don't have, I'm going to say it again, we don't have any outline of what he's talking about. But yet he wants us to believe that he has this almighty list of who his donors are. He don't care who you are, long as you giving him money.
Look at those floors, brothers and sisters. We ready. The FDMG Pan-Africanists will be learning. We are ready, brothers. And look at the shine on that floor, brothers and sisters. Are y'all ready for academic revolution?
Do not be fooled by what looks shiny, because it's just like snake oil, right? That which is shiny could be fool's gold. Don't be fooled by the fool's gold because it's shiny. That just means he shined up. He got a few rooms that he shined up, few rooms that he painted with all those loud colors. All of that is like when you go out to buy a car. And when you buy a car, you go to a showroom. You've all experienced it. Put sevens in the chat room. And when you go to a car dealership, the show floor looks incredible. The cars are shiny. The leather is crisp. It's got that car smell. All the electronics look nice. Come on, we've all been there. And you're looking at that car and you're like, damn, I can see myself in this vehicle. It feels good. The color looks nice. And then the salesman, which would be Umar Johnson, comes along and pitches to you how you would look good in that car. How you would look good in that car, right? And even if you say to the salesman, hey, I don't think I can afford it, they're going to figure out a way to squeeze some money out of you by stretching your finances. This is the car dealership game, right? Umar is doing the same exact thing. He's created a showroom to make you think that there's progress. If my analysis is hitting on something, put sevens in the chat room, say yes. You know, everybody, I love everybody in the chat room. I love everybody that's coming through today. I know you like this content because Umar has been despicable. But Umar, look at what he's showing you is just him being a salesman trying to get you to buy the car. In this case, trying to get black folks to continue donating to him.
Are y'all ready for academic revolution? Are y'all ready for the intellectual insurrection, brothers and sisters? In this holy building, in these sacred classrooms, in these sacred walls, there will be an academic and intellectual revolution like one you have never seen in your life, brothers and sisters.
No, there cannot be an intellectual revolution because Umar Johnson, whatever intellectual ability he had at one point in time, he's lost it. We saw Umar Johnson not too long ago talking about seeing UFOs, looking up at the sky. And I wish I could have been on Honor's panel to say what was on his panel if he would open up the panel again, because we're looking at a smoked out, cracked out Umar Johnson is what he looked like, just like he looks on here, smoked out and cracked out. He's so smoked out and cracked out, he's now telling you he sees UFOs flying over FDMG. And you know why he's doing that? It's a salesman's pitch to make you think there's something anointed and special. I don't want to sound like a preacher, but damn it, I am going to sound like a preacher. He's got to give it some kind of anointing. Because Umar Johnson knows one thing that he's smart about. He knows that black people are spiritual. We believe in God. We believe in things that go bump in the night. So he knows that he can play on those elements by saying, hey, there's something in the sky, an unidentified flying object is flying over FDMG, to give it, like I said before, to make you think FDMG must be anointed by God. There's something special. Why are extraterrestrials flying around FDMG? It got to be something sci-fi about FDMG. This is another part of his salesman's pitch as he sits there with a raggedy beard looking cracked out like Pookie and Ray Ray. Let's go.
One you have never seen in your life. The revolution is coming, academic and intellectual. Black boys will be saved. Black girls will be saved. And the community programming will be off the hook. I said the community programming will be off the hook. I said the community programming will be off the hook. Brothers and sisters, oh yes. Oh yes. The community programming will be off the hook. Hit your PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. This is the Teacher's Lounge. This is the Teacher's Lounge.
I want to stop it right there. I want everybody in the chat room to convene with me right now, spiritually. How many times have we heard Umar Johnson say, this is going to be the Teacher's Lounge? This is going to be my office. How many times? He already had an opportunity to have a decent looking office when Brother Mac did renderings for him that he refused to work with the brother when the brother was trying to get in contact with him for the rendering of what the school could look like when he put something graphic together for him like this. You remember this, Jay, the informant? The brother put together these renderings of what the school could look like, what the gym could look like. You know the gym don't look like this. He's using the gym as storage. This is what the gym looks like, y'all. That's what it looks like, with bumps on the floor. Y'all know what time it is. This is not what it looks like today, but this is the rendering design that the brother had put together that Umar rejected. The brother never got in contact. Now, this is an office that you're going to see pretty soon. Umar don't have no real office, but he keeps telling you with his imagination. He's like a child. Umar Johnson is like a child. He keeps repeating about how something's going to look, or that this is what I'm going to have over here. And you notice the thing about Umar, he's always asking you to get him this. I need somebody to know how to do electrician. Get me somebody to do this. Now check out. This is what the brother designed for a possible office could have been. Umar don't have nothing like that. It's just pure. I'm just giving y'all a little taste of the rendering that Umar Johnson himself refused. Umar Johnson is not serious. We've said this 1,000 times. I don't want to, belittle the, overstate it, but you guys already know that go honors on the screen. The guy who put this together did it as a spoof against Umar. Umar does not have an office, has nothing of this nature. And y'all know it. Y'all been knowing it for years now. I just want to put that back up here, put myself back up here. Umar doesn't have anything professional like that. We don't see him in an office. We don't see him behind a computer. We don't see him having a graphic that breaks down the expenditures for each item he needs for a school, where money is going. We don't see bank receipts. We saw him lying and saying that his accounts got frozen or that he couldn't. And the thing about it is, why are you commingling money that's supposed to be for the school? Why is that being commingled with your personal bank account? You see, this is the scam. This is why you can't be caught up in the fool's gold of Umar showing you some shiny floors, a few rooms that look good. There's a lot more to this than you know.
This is the teacher's lounge, brothers and sisters. We got to get a couch for our teachers. We got to get a refrigerator for our teachers. We got to get a television for our teachers, brothers and sisters. It's nation time. It's nation time, brothers and sisters. We not playing no games. It's nation time. We not playing no games. The time is now, brothers and sisters. The time is—
Boom. Did you guys see what he did? He circled back to the bathroom. He's been showing us the bathroom 1,000 times over. When he began this video, he said the school is now operational. He showed us the bathroom, which he has shown us 1,000 times. He goes into those rooms, the only rooms that are somewhat decent or look somewhat decent, right? That he can show us. He has shown us those rooms before. This is nothing new. And then as he's walking through the building, you guys already know this. Honors has talked about this. Look at the buckling of the towel on the floor. Look at the buckling towel above. He can't pass inspection if those areas are not tight. They're not fixed. This is just an illusion of progress and a delusion in his mind that he thinks he's doing something to do what? Manipulation. This is a manipulation tactic. It always has been. Let's go back to the video. But here he is back in the bathroom again. Remember, he was cleaning them funky toilets last time?
Now, stop playing the game. They said we stole the money. They say there will never be no school. But I'm here to tell you today, the school is done and the school is ready. I said the school is done and the school is ready, brother.
So if the school is done, shouldn't he be able to open up the doors and start teaching kids? Or at least start getting kids enrolled for the next school year? We don't know who the faculty is. Where is his board of directors? Where's the money, food coming from? Who's going to provide food, security? Oh, I got so much to get into today. Let's continue.
Brothers and sisters, the school is done and the school is ready.
Holland B, how you doing? Thank you.
But we need a final building inspection, brothers and sisters.
Here we go.
The wait is over, but we need a final building inspection, brothers and sisters. That's what
right, Trump University, garbage.
That's what we're dealing with right now.
Here we go.
We need that final building inspection, brothers and sisters. We need that final building inspection, brothers and sisters. We need, look at that gloss. Look at that gloss on the floor.
Am I crazy? Y'all correct me. Am I crazy, or didn't Umar already tell us before that he was ready to get a certification of occupancy? Didn't he say several months back that he was, or a couple of months or two back, that the school was ready and that he was going down to apply for his certification? What happened? He told us. Have y'all, anybody in the chat room, put sevens if you agree with what I'm saying? Did Umar Johnson or did Umar Johnson not tell us a while back that he was in the process of applying for it? Several months ago. What happened? Why did all this time pass before getting the certification? Why? Then he sat up there and lied to us and tried to act like, it was a black man or somebody sabotaging my ability. He always blames it on someone else, never takes accountability. So when he says to you again, like a car salesman selling you a car, he makes everything shiny. Then you say to yourself, well, I don't know if I can afford that car. Then that salesman says, let's figure out the finances. Come in the office. They stretch it out. How much are you willing to put down? Do you have a trade-in? That's exactly what Umar Johnson is doing to us, because the next thing he says is, y'all can have this school once I get a certificate of occupancy. Then he plays around with the words of, this school is now ready to be decorated. Listen to his words and patterns. It's now ready to be decorated. Umar has been using the black community for all these years. He started with doing this, using black women as his inspiration to motivate them, to give him money, to manipulate them. The man is unfit to be anyone's teacher or psychologist, because he's is not licensed to do therapy or be a school psychologist or to do any type of analysis on kids. 2, he uses women and uses the emotion of their affection that they have for their sons. And because he says that he can educate black boys like no other and keep them out of being put in special ed programs and put on different medications, he asks for your donations. He says, hit the pay cash, hit the PayPal, hit my Cash App. If you want a world-class school, right? And a school that he tells us that he's going to create. Then he has the nerve, when he can't even put this place together, to tell you that he can put schools all over the country and even internationally. I'm going to put schools all over the country, Umar Johnson says, y'all. He has told us that time and time again. You can't believe anything that Umar tells you. He's a lie and the truth is not in him. Let's go.
Oh, yes. Hit your paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit your paypal.me/ check some money orders, P.O. Box 9634.
What did I just say?
Wilmington, Delaware. Check some money orders, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware 19809. This is the timeout room. Ladies.
What did I just say, everybody? This is what this is all about. Preying on the ladies. Here we go. Talking to the ladies and talking about how this is going to be the room where he going to do something to you. The man is sick. Why don't people wake up? These damn podcasters that keep putting him on air, they are not doing our community a good. They're doing us detriment. Anybody that platforms him are doing us a detriment. Listen to this nonsense.
I need you to behave. Ladies, if you misbehave, you got to come to the timeout room and you're going to get paddled. My beautiful African queens.
Why in the hell are black women going to get paddled? It's a school. So why would you be in any capacity to be spanking the grown women who are the mothers of the sons? Why would you be going into a room and saying, ladies, this is where you get spanked? You cannot do that. There's a thing called sexual harassment. There's a thing called physical abuse. You can't spank teachers. You can't put your hands on the parents of these kids. What are you talking about? This is the room for parents, for women to get spanked by you, Umar. You're a sick pup. You're sick son of a. He's a son of a bitch. Just take that in, everybody. Sick. I'm going to say it again. He's a son of a bitch. Bitch.
My butter almond and butter pecan, my caramel, my guave, my chocolate fudge, my African buttercream, my pina colada, my caramel, my cinnamon, my nutmeg queens. If you misbehave, you got to come and get 3 strokes. Oh, yes.
He said 3 strokes. Why is anybody receiving any strokes in a school that's supposed to be for education and academics for the betterment of black boys and black girls? Why is he talking about stroking women? The only women he could be stroking with a paddle or stroking with his sexual organ has to be either the faculty that are female or the women that are bringing their sons there and daughters to go to school. Why would he be doing something like that? Why would he even suggest something of that nature? And why would anybody in their freaking mind, after seeing these type of videos, even think first about putting their kids in anything that has to do with Umar Johnson? This man is sick. I've been saying that in the chat rooms over and on. He is sick. You're dealing with a mentally ill individual. I don't care how much education he claims to have. He is suffering by this. He needs a psychiatrist. He is occupied with sex. He says inappropriate things about the children. Every word out of his mouth is something of a sexual alluding to women and what he wants to do to them. No question about it. There is no question about it that when he says what he says right there, it's a sexual thing.
The RBG paddle. With the RBG paddle. Consciousness over the cookies. This is the paddling room. This is where you get your discipline when you break the rules of the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy. Oh, yes, brothers and sisters.
Sick.
Oh, yes.
Sick,
Hit
you
the
sick.
PayPal.me/FDMG Academy.
He's sick.
Hit your PayPal. If you ain't donated.
So all of this hallway that he's showing you, put 7s, 1s, whatever you like, if you've seen this already. He has done this 1,000 times where he's walked down these same. He's not showing us. Let me calm down. I'm very angry. Umar Johnson is not showing us anything new. We have seen all of this. He's just polished it up. He's selling you a lemon. Like I said about the car analogy, it's a lemon. He's a salesman. This is his salesman pitch. He's pitching this because he's trying to do what? He's interested in getting in the cookies of the women. This whole thing has always been about Umar Johnson getting into the pants of women. He doesn't give a you-know-what about the kids. This man doesn't care about the kids. He doesn't care about educating kids. It's just another slick way for him to get in the pants of black women while he collects money. We don't see any construction workers up there like this brother right here. There's been no hard hats. I've said this 1,000 times. Sister Zone, thank you for the $3 super chat. I appreciate you. Let's go over here. And let's give you a clap.
Thank you for the super chat.
I want to say thank you for that super chat. I really appreciate that. Let me put you on the screen here. Everybody that's in the chat room, thank you. This is a salesman's pitch, as I said before. This man is not creating anything of substance. I thank you, dear sister, for the super chat. I appreciate that. We have seen this already. Josephine, thank you for being here. I see you in the house. William Martin, I see you in the house. NSLE, what's going on? I see you in the house putting the 7s. Donors can fire. Let me see this. Let me see this right here. Donors can file a Form IRS complaint. The form is on the IRS website. Go ahead and do so. Anybody that's giving this man money, go ahead and do so. That's not hating. That's people fighting for what's right. Is someone going to answer my question? What is your question, sir? Let me see. I'm a keep it real till never open all the black boys because school built in segregations are illegal in America. Right. He can't he can't build, especially under the Trump administration, he cannot build an all black boy school. You can't do that under this climate. You can't do it, period. So when Umar Johnson says this is going to be a school only for black kids, you can't do it. They'll be seen as discrimination, especially under this climate of the mega crowd. He won't be able to. So that's another reason why his whole thing about it's going to be the only Pan-African is phony. He can't do it. Let's go back to this before I get to the mother material.
You better donate, because if you're not on the donation list, you will not participate. No donation, no participation. I want you to say it with me. No donation, no participation. I want you to say it with me. No donation, no participation. I want you to say it with me, brothers and sisters. No donation, no participation. That's how we doing it around here. That's how we doing it around here. The first school, the first independent black school in American history, built by the African diaspora. I want to thank Africa. I want to thank Australia. I want to thank Canada. I want to thank the South Pacific, my Africans in Europe, my Africans in Asia. I want to thank my brothers and sisters in the Caribbean, Central and South America, my Texas Africans, my New York Africans, my Jersey.
Umar Johnson is lying. It's not the first black-only school in America. You do have some Afrocentric schools, I think, in Texas. There's another state that eludes me. I think there's one in Texas and there's one in Detroit. What do I mean by that? Afro-centered schools, Afrocentric centered schools. He says that he's the only one. That's a lie. That's exaggerative because he's selling you a lemon. He's selling you a car. He's making it shiny. Umar Johnson is a liar. Now, there's a lot of people out there that will take what he just showed you on there and they'll say, oh, okay, all the haters are liars. All the haters are wrong. He's going to open up the school. He has now proven you all wrong about his intent. And I'm here to tell you, you've just been fooled. You've just been manipulated by Umar Johnson because now it's time to get to some facts. And the facts of the matter is this. Umar Johnson has shiny tables. He's waxed the floor. He keeps playing with the bathroom knobs, showing you the same stuff that we've already seen 1,000 times over. Just colored it up a little bit more, has a few rooms that are colored up. You could say, hey, let's give him credit for doing that. No, I'm not giving him credit for anything because at the end of the day, he can't operate a school if he doesn't get occupancy. He has to get the certificate. Who in their right mind in Delaware, Wilmington, is going to give him such a certification for occupancy? Watch this. Check out my sliders. This has all been researched, ladies and gentlemen, in Wilmington, Delaware. I took the time to research everything in Wilmington, Delaware as it relates to opening up a school. Starting off with get a certificate of occupancy for your private school because his school is private. It's not public. Wilmington, Delaware, to be able to get a certificate, it has to be a legalized zone, right? Legally zoned. The area has to be legally zoned for a school. Has Umar done that? I'll wait. Safe for students. That's from fire. You know, he's got mold in there, and I'm going to get to that. Meet city requirements. Navigate the process with confidence. Check this out. He's got to be able to check off the building inspection, the fire inspection. Does he have fire sprinklers that are functioning properly in that place? How do we know when Umar has not hired anybody like an electrician? Someone who can say sprinklers are working. Has he had the fire department up there to test the sprinkler system? Or anybody of a professional tradesman? What do I mean by tradesman? Didn't I just show y'all this right here? The brother right here is a tradesman. We have not seen a hard head in there, a tradesman. Please let me know. Josephine, Yaupo, Bob Cosper, everybody let me know. Williams, CG, Millionaires, Money Mines. Have you seen it? Have we seen a contractor? Where is the contractor? Let me go to the next slider. I'm not playing today with this Umar Johnson situation. I'm not playing at all. I'm coming with the facts. Here we go. Key inspections to pass. Before a CO is granted, the city inspectors and the fire marshals will verify safety in the following areas. This has been researched by me, my personal research, as it relates to Delaware, Wilmington. This is what this is based off, everybody, just so you know, to the haters out there. Fire and life safety. All the fire safety systems, smoke detectors, carbon monoxide, right, detectors, sprinkler systems must be tested fully operational, right? Routes must be undestructed. Nothing can be, nothing in that building, outside and inside, can be in any fashion affecting these systems from working. They need to be clearly marked with illuminated exit signs and feature compliance emergency lighting. Now, building and structural. What's going on? What's going on? Thank you for coming over. Inspiration. What's going on? Let me put this up there. I appreciate, why do people keep on continue talking about this clown? He isn't opening up anything. It's all money grab. Well, we're talking about it because he said that it's operational. So I'm about to prove and show and prove today why he'll never. I agree with you. It's not going to open, but we have to educate people, because there are people that believe in Umar. There are people that can be fooled by Umar who don't know what we know. So we must do what? Continue to blow the horn on him. Enterprise, entertainment. Thank you, brother. You went up there and you showed us in a video what was really going on. I give you kudos and claps. Thank you. Building is far from complete. Been there, seen it. Yes, brother. And I watched your video. Give this man credit. Subscribe to his channel. He broke it down in his video, gave us more insight into why it's not going to be built. It's not going to be built. I just want to give you some of the technical breakdown of why he's full of crap. He's never going to pass any of this inspection. I appreciate that. Let me read this right here. Did Umar fix that huge hole in the roof? The birds and the squirrels were coming through. I really can't tell you. Enterprise, have you seen that? Have you noticed that? What is your take on that? I got to be honest. I haven't really seen I've seen the footage from the past, but I don't know what type of patchwork this man has tried to do up there as far as that. Good point. Good point. Next one, building and structure. Rooms must meet minimum ceiling height requirements. Stairways and railings must be structured, sound, and free of hazards. You know that he don't have that. Wheelchair accessibility. The facility must comply with ADA standards, including ramps, wide doors, and accessible restrooms. Okay. Health and sanitation. Woo! He must have adequate ventilation, must be verified. The facility must pass basic sanitation standards, free of structural water damage or infestation. He's got mold up there. Folks, I hate to yell like that. I'm going to be very quiet about it right here. Ladies and gentlemen, Umar Johnson has mold up there. How in the hell is he going to pass the water inspection, the ventilation inspection, when he's got mold all over the place? And I'm going to touch on that. There's no way in hell he can do it. No way in hell. I'm just keeping it real with you. Next, the next thing we need to talk about with Umar Johnson is this. I did the research. The annual cost to run a private school in Wilmington, Delaware ranges from $1.5 million to $27 million plus per year, depending on the entirety on the school size. It depends on the the size of the school, the student capacity, educational model. Now, you say, okay, that seems a little high. Is that really what it would cost? Well, let's go to the next slider right here, everybody. Here we go. Umar Johnson in the house here. Check this out. Small, independent, or specialized schools. Isn't that what Umar Johnson's claiming he's going to open up? A small, specialized type school. Ooga ooga, Pan-Africanism. Let's go right here. Let's go. Now, let's say Umar has 50, which I don't think he's going to get 50 kids. And you're going to know why after this video's over. Let's say he has 50 or 120 students. These programs generally require, once again, 1.5 million to 3 million annually to operate, ladies and gentlemen, to simply operate. Umar ain't generating that kind of money right now with donations. How is he, even if he got the donations to do what he did so far, how is he going to be able to continue to keep this thing sustaining itself for 1 year into years to come? He won't be able to do it. Operating on a linear model, the leverage rental space or church affiliated properties to keep baseline facility costs low. So basically, Umar should have went to somebody who has a church and say, can I have a school in your church? Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the next thing I want to touch on. Umar Johnson hasn't talked about teachers. Where are the teachers? Who's going to teach? What's their requirements that they have to be a teacher? I know when you have a private school, you don't have to necessarily have a teacher's credential, but you got to have some type of experience. And then how much is that going to run a year? We just talked about what it's going to cost just to run a small school like this for just annually. But how much is it going to cost to pay teachers? Because ain't nobody working for free under these times today. And let's just go into it. So right here, teacher salary at a small private school in Wilmington, Delaware. Expected base salary per teacher, $45,000 to $65,000 payment for teachers. If you have 5 to 10 teachers, check this out, everybody. I put this together especially for y'all. If you have 5 to 10 teachers, the total annual payroll will fall between $225,000 or $650,000, depending on the educator's experience and their requirements that they need to have. Now, is Umar just going to go out there and get anybody to teach the school? He might just do that. Umar is the type of person that he might just go out there and get anybody to teach. Some peanuts and popcorn. I could see him doing something like that, but it would be unethical and it would be a violation. But I just want y'all to sit on that, what I just put up there. Now, the next thing we need to be concerned about, everybody, is you got to have a school nurse. I've been talking about this for a while. How much is it going to cost Umar Johnson to pay for a school nurse? How much? Check this out. School nurses. When you get a school nurse, is knowing Umar, he might try to get somebody that ain't even got a nurse's degree because he's just that type of scandalous individual. But technically, when you have a school, you got to have an RN. You got to have a registered nurse. You can't have no care provider. You know, you see what he did. You see what Umar did. You see what type of punk he is. He didn't even go out and get a real medical RN nurse to take care of his mama. He went out there, y'all know the story, and got somebody to take care of his mother, people who ain't even certified nurses, people who have no medical training, no medical experience to take care of mother. So if Umar would do that, I wouldn't put it past this sucker to get another unqualified woman or man to be a so-called care provider. for the kids if they get sick. You can't do that. That's violating all type of laws. You got to have a licensed RN. A school nurse salary in Wilmington, Delaware can run between $50,000 and $75,000. The exact figure depends on experience, benefit packages. Umar Johnson ain't got no benefit package for nobody. The man don't have no benefit package for himself. Oh, yes, he does. I'm wrong. Umar Johnson does have a benefit package. The money that we've been donating, you've been donating to him all these years. Here we go. Here go his package right there. Look at that.
Tell the truth.
That's his package. The money that black folks have been giving him for time in a day. Now you have to ask yourself again, where is this man going? How is he going to function at school? How is he going to run something functional when he can't even get the proper treatment for his mother to have a real nurse in the household? We know that because of an individual who came forward, or individuals that came forward to talk about how nasty he kept the house and how nasty he took care of his mother. And this is the question I have to say to those individuals, because I brought this question up when this person was on Honor's channel. I said, if you're sitting up there and you knowing the mother is not getting the proper care, and you knowing that Umar is doing wrong, why the hell would you not call adult services on a man when this was all happening? Why would you volunteer to take care of someone that you weren't qualified to take care of yourself? Oh, I know why. Because you was smashing the man. You were banging the man. You were smashing, sucking, and effing. You know what I'm talking about, y'all. Told y'all I'm not holding back. I'm saying this to make my point. He needs a legitimate nurse. He doesn't have one. And I don't think he would even get somebody that was professional because it's going to cost money. He don't have the money. That's why all this shine, all this shoe shine that he keeps showing y'all, which is all it is a shoe shine shop.
Certificate of occupancy. I want to thank all my donors who've been standing with us. We are complete, brothers and sisters. Look at your school. Look at your school, brothers and sisters. We are complete.
This is shoe shine, y'all. This is nothing but shoe shine.
No donation, no participation. I want you to say it with me. No donation, no participation.
This is all shoe shine. He won't be able to pay a nurse. He won't be able to pay other personnel that are necessary to run a school. So he can only show you shoe shine. He has not ever, Umar Johnson has never, ever told you who he has hired. We don't know who the teachers are, if any. We don't know who the security is, if any. Cafeteria staff, if any. Nursing staff, if any. We don't even know who the board of directors are, who he claims he has a board of elders who we've never seen. The only elders we've ever seen up there were the elders that he used and he made go out there in the coldness of the evening and night and day and paint them ugly buildings. Another question I'm going to bring up to you is, check out this slide right here.
Thank you for the super chat.
I want you all to look at this and look at this very carefully. Cafeteria budget. He's got to feed the kids, don't he? How is he going to feed the kids, everybody? Put sevens in the chat room. Afro Punk. Everybody that's here. Frederick, Garvey, Johnson. Everybody that's here. Everybody that's in the chat room. Everybody that's here. House of Entertainment. House of Entertainment. I got to get in contact with you. I want to give you some money for your book drive. But when I tried to send some money on the Cash App kept saying that it was a dangerous account or whatever. And I didn't know whether somebody might have broken into you guys' Instagram account, because you know people break into people's account. So I'm going to have to talk to you another way that I can get money to y'all. I want to make sure that everything's legitimate because every time I kept trying to send money, and I never had that happen before, it kept saying, this might be a dangerous account you're sending money to. It gave me some type of alert. So I don't know if somebody broke into your Instagram account, or maybe I had it written wrong. I don't know. But I just want to let y'all know I do want to give some donations to your book drive that you got going on in New York City for kids. Because House of Entertainment, I support what you brothers are doing over there. Yes, I do. So I'm going to have to either get y'all a number, call y'all on the telephone, or do something of that nature to figure out how to get this money to you to make sure you get the money and not somebody out there trying to run some kind of con game, because people break into people do break into our Instagram accounts and all our little social media accounts, and they try to run these games with all this AI today. Not saying that you running the game. I just want to make sure, I don't want y'all to think I didn't care about what y'all was doing because you hadn't received any money from me yet. You will be receiving money. All right. Let's get back to the Umar Johnson content. Cafeteria budget for a private school will run you between $70,000 to $120,000 in Delaware, Wilmington, Delaware. I did the research. Everything I did here. Everybody, thank you. Put sevens in the chat room if you're with me, if you're hearing the context that I'm putting here. Everything that I did, everything that you're hearing, should I say, is based on research that I did specifically to Wilmington, Delaware, not some other state, not just the United States in general, Wilmington, Delaware. Let's get back to it. You're going to have to pay annually $70,000 to $120,000 to provide these kids food, Umar. What are you going to feed them, sand? For a small private school, Wilmington, Delaware, the annual cost to operate a cafeteria can estimate in using local labor data in regional food expenses and averages. For a population of about 100 students, for example, you can expect an estimated total annual budget of $70,000 to $120,000, depending on, of course, how many kids he has. That's a rough estimate for 100 kids. But let's say Umar has 50 kids. That's still a lot of money that he still would have to put out money to get it going. He's not built like that. Umar's not built to do this sort of stuff, y'all. He's not built like that. Thank you, Monica, for the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat.
I appreciate that. She says right here, shout out to the awesome father in the chat. I hope you are having a great day. Information man, thank you. I am having a great day. It's a great Father's Day. I had a chance to spend time with my daughter and my mother together yesterday, and then a little bit of time with my daughter today. Early morning, she made some beautiful handmade cards for me where she wrote, "You're the best dad. Love you, dad." It was just beautiful. It really touched my heart this morning. Really appreciated that a lot. And that's why I feel like playing the super chat music.
Playing those games, made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I...
And here we go.
Thank you for the super chat.
Time to run it off. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip, this wet. Time to run it off. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Time to run it off. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip, this wet. Time to run it off. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Time to run it off. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm
All righty. Let's get back to it now. Now, we talked about cafeteria. How is Umar Johnson going to pay for that? Once again, he's giving you plenty of shine, plenty of
I want you to say it
spokesperson
with
talk.
me. No
right?
donation, no participation.
Right. He's giving you plenty of car salesman talk, but he doesn't have the real funds that's necessary to open up a school and run it annually. This is just fluff right here. And I know that there's people out there that will be fooled by this. This is why it's important for us to keep bringing this up, because there's people that will be fooled by what they see on this
I
screen.
want you to say it with me, brothers and sisters. No donation, no participation. That's how we doing it around here. That's how we doing it around here. The first school, the first independent black school in American history, built by the African diaspora.
That's a lie. That's a lie. You've got other black schools that were built. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. That's a lie. And the truth's not in him. Let's talk about security, everybody. It's going to cost money to secure the environment with kids. School security annual cost to employ a single, check this out, a single full-time school security guard in Wilmington, Delaware ranges from $45,000 to $60,000, rough $20 an hour to $25 per hour. A small private school employing a team of 2 to 3 guards can expect an annual total security personnel budget of $90,000 to $180,000 annually before benefits and equipment. You got to have equipment. Has Umar presented us security equipment? No, not at all. Not at all. He's a bozo, y'all. He's a phony individual. Let me put this up here. Make sure y'all subscribe to the program, right? And
Africa.
we appreciate it.
Australia. I want to thank Canada. I want to thank the South Pacific, my Africans in Europe, my Africans in Asia. I want to thank my brothers and sisters in the Caribbean, Central and South America, my Texas Africans, my New York Africans, my Jersey Africans,
all
my
right,
California,
enough of that.
my
Just
Oregon
a bunch of nonsense, just a bunch of gibberish coming out of his mouth. Now let's get into this area right here. You know, Umar talks about how he wants transportation. He wants to pick up black kids from all over the eastern border, eastern shore. How is he going to do that when it costs money? Just one bus alone is going to cost you a lot of money. Check this out. The cost of providing transportation for a small private school in Wilmington depends heavily on your setup. Buying a new bus can run you $90,000 to $140,000. A daily charter bus that's being rented, ranging from $650 to $1,300 to $1,325, should I say. That's going to run you a lot of money per day. Hiring a dedicated driver directly in Wilmington is going to run you $20.44 per hour. How is Umar Johnson going to do any of this? Let's get real. This is a pipe dream. Umar Johnson won't be able to do any of these things because he doesn't generate enough capital, even with the money that black people have given him. Okay, even with this much money that black people have given him, the money that he's collected over the years, it ain't enough to run a school fiscally properly. He can't do it. We haven't even talked about school supplies, pencils, binders, coloring pencils, art supplies, sports supplies, paper. Laptops. A lot of these kids in school today are using laptops. What does Umar Johnson know about laptops? These kids are using Chromebooks. My daughter had a Chromebook when she was little. These kids are using sophisticated things in the classroom. What does Umar Johnson know about that? Yet he tells you and me he gonna build schools all over the country. Bullshit, y'all. Another area that I want to touch on, please stick with me, everybody. Everything I'm going to say is going to add up in the end. Let's talk about electricity. He's got to keep electricity on annually. Well, what is that going to cost you? What is that going to cost, Umar? Wilmington, Delaware, as I said before, all data is from Wilmington, Delaware. Yalpo, thank you for the donation, my brother. Years of donations ain't no education. Fact, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you for the super chat.
Right. Thank you, Yalpo. Check this out, everybody. Private school electricity costs in Delaware or in Wilmington, Delaware will run you monthly bill will be $800 to $2,500, $2,500 basically. That's just a monthly bill, everybody. A yearly cost. This is that's provided that he got all the damn power working in that building properly to be able to pass any inspection. Everything's got to be working, which will cost him yearly $10,000 to $30,000, monthly $800 to $2,500, depending on the building's age. Did you hear what I just said? Depending on the building's age. And we know that those buildings are old, raggedy, tore up to the floor up. Obandos. Depending on the building's age and square footage. HVAC efficiency. Remember how he was bullshitting us about the HVAC, Bob Cosmic? This broadcast will go down in history because of your financial breakdown of the Obandos. Thank you. And that's why I need y'all to share the video. Thank you more. This is why you've got to share this video, because I'm not just setting up here giving you the emotional talk, but I decided today that I need to bring the tangibles with it of information. Every one of these sliders that I have shown you, I put this together. Of course, with the help of AI, but I put it together based on me researching what's happening in Delaware, Wilmington, not New York, not California, not the South, Delaware, Wilmington, or Wilmington, Delaware, should I say. DOD, what's going on, brother? The school will need a nurse. I did talk about that. DOD, you just missed this part right here. The nurse, you are hitting it on the board. Bob Cosmic, thank you very much for what you said. I had said earlier, DOD, that the school nurse salary in Wilmington, Delaware will run you $50,000 to $75,000. The exact figure depends on experience and benefit package. But I also said that you can't trust Umar to go out there and get real professionals, because when it came to his own mother who has health problems, he didn't go out and hire professional nurses or LVNs. He hired just some women out there to help his mother, like people who weren't even real caregivers. The two girls that were on that interview that called him out because he was trying to smash one of them. Then we already know the story of another person that won't be named by name who he was smashing. This man didn't care enough to get professional help for his mama. And we think he gonna get professionals for a school, like a real school nurse? Hell no. No. So he's gonna have some problem with the HVAC efficiency. And check this out. Remember, in the summer, air conditioning, your use of HVAC and air conditioning, electricity use goes up in the summer. How is he going to deal with all these other expenses, these other not so hidden expenses, but the utilities of the school? Somebody's got to pay for that. Is he going to be able to cash app his way out of that? Hit the PayPal out of that? Cash app me? How is he going to do that? One, he's not even transparent. Why didn't he have a professional breakdown of all the expenses so that people can see what they're investing in or what they're getting ripped off in? Okay. Okay? Now, we just went over electricity. We went over transportation costs. Wait a minute. Those buildings are still stinky and funky and stinky and still need to be cleaned up. There are expenses with cleaning a school annually that needs to be verified here. Here we go. School cleaning. The House of Entertainment says right. What about hiring a coach? And does the school have a gym? Yes, they do. Let me show you right here a picture of this gym. But guess what? It'll never pass inspection, my sister. Here's a picture right here. Boom.
Tell the truth.
That's the school gym. Now, remember, this is what it looked like when he shined it up, when he cleaned it up. But now he's using it as a storage facility. He's got all type of junk in this gym. And look at the buckles on the floor. The floor is not even. Somebody could get hurt playing basketball. Kids can get hurt in this gym. It's not appropriate. He'll never pass inspection. No inspector will let kids be in here. It's a hazard. He'll never pass inspection. Let me put this back up for those of you who came in a little bit late. And let me put this up right here because I already had a slider for this that I showed everybody earlier. And here we go. Remember I showed this? Building and structure. Rooms must meet minimum ceiling heights, requirements, and stairways and railings must be structurally sound. And you know darn well that the gym has to be structurally sound and hazard and free of hazards. Well, this gym has a hazard right here. That's a hazard right there, that buckling right there. And mind you, this is just a small part of the gym that I'm showing you that has problems. You also have mold in the gym, mold throughout the school, mold on the outside of the school, mold in the inside of the school, mold. He'll never pass the hazard inspection of a building structure. He never will. If they can't fix it. And it will cost you, considering a lot of money, y'all. I'm going to show y'all the breakdown of that. This is economic reality right here for Umar Johnson. School cleaning services. What schools really spend to stay clean? Look at that nasty toilet. You see the nasty toilet over to the right? That's a picture when Umar was scrubbing those nasty toilets. Remember that was on one of my thumbnails? That's from the nasty toilet that Umar was scrubbing that night, remember? Now, what schools really spend to stay clean? A typical cost between 0.07 to 0.17 per square feet. So think about this in the terms of square footage, y'all. In terms of square footage. When it comes to square footage, they're going to charge you based on that, what I just said, 0.07, 0.17 per square footage. And then monthly budget ranges from $500 to $6,000, depending on the facility size. Small facilities will cost you $500 a month. A large campus would cost you $6,000 a month. That's the breakdown financially for keeping a school clean with a janitorial service in the city of Wilmington, Delaware, everybody.
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth. Everybody, if you are getting something out of what I'm doing with this particular show today, if you're getting value from what I'm doing, please put sevens in the chat room. Please let me know. Share this video on all your social media. If you're a content creator, put it in your community tab. Please share the video, share, and share alike, because this is the truth that I'm giving you. I'm not trying to be slick with anybody. I'm simply just putting out the truth, because people don't like the truth sometimes, because there are a lot of people that are blinded by Umar and will be blinded by Umar showing you that shiny manipulation that he's showing you again.
Africans, my Minneapolis, my Missouri Africans, my Tennessee Africans. I want to thank all the Africans for hanging with us, standing
Afro-Punk,
with us.
everybody
We've
in the
been through
house?
hell and high water. We still fighting for a final building inspection and a final building permit. We still fighting, but we going to win. Ladies, who going to come decorate the principal's office?
Now, that's the part where he's telling women that he's going to use the principal office as an office that he can spank them in. Sick individual.
Ladies, who's going to come decorate the principal's office? I need a team of queens. I need a team of queens to come decorate the principal's office. I need a team of queens to come decorate the principal's office. I need a team.
No, this is not the video where he says he's going to spank the women. I think it was another room that he walked into where he said he was going to spank women. He's a sick individual.
All natural head to toe queens.
Be quiet, Umar. You're not even natural as a man. He will never get the certificate of occupancy, y'all, because one, this has to be zoned for it to be a school. Has he done the proper paperwork for that? It has to be free of hazards be safe for kids. It must meet all requirements. And I went over this earlier in the show, but I've got more. Do not go anywhere, as this will not be, I'm not going to run this show for 2-3 hours, but we're going to get close to conclusion, but not before you see the rest of what I have to offer you. So we know that he can't take care of this place because he doesn't have enough money to keep it up to speed over time. And if you get the more kids, let's say hypothetically, the more kids he would get in the school, the more the cost will go up. The more kids, the more costs, so on and so forth. But why would anybody send their kids to this disaster that Umar has put together that is a disaster? Nobody will. Now, let's talk about garbage, sanitation. You have to be able to throw garbage away. You have to have the sanitation workers come and pick up your trash that you throw out, especially if you're going to have food for the kids and stuff like that. You have to have garbage pickup. Check this out. Commercial garbage pickup for a small private school in Wilmington typically costs between $150 to $450 per month. That's based on how many garbage cans he's going to need, how many garbage bins he's going to need. The exact rate, check this out, everybody. The exact rate depends on the waste, volume, dumpster size, and pickup frequency. It will depend on how much money he'll have to pay out every month. What am I saying? All these damn expenses, from the teachers to the nursing to the electrical expenses to the maintenance expenses, the cafeteria expenses, all these things cost money and will take a lot of resources that Umar Johnson can't Cash App and he can't PayPal his way out of. A project like this would require you to have real big donors with deep pockets. In a school like this would require people who can afford to pay the tuition to send their kids there. Umar has decided to claim that he wants to open up the school in an area where he wants to charge people $500 to $600 in an area that's got poverty, high economic disparity, single mothers or families that are struggling financially in a very poor area. Why would they pay? How could they pay that much money if they've already struggling to make ends meet? Has Umar shown you or me a business plan for the school? I'll wait. Where is the business plan for the school? That's the basketball gym. It's a mess. Where's the business plan? Has anybody in the chat room say something to me? Do you remember Umar ever providing a business plan for the school, presenting it on one of these podcasts he likes to run his mouth on? If no, put no in the chat room, because it speaks to the fact that he's not transparent. He's not serious. He's not real. Now, remember I told you And you guys already know this, that there's mold in the school, outside the building, in the gym. Certain parts of the school has mold. And of course, he's not showing you that in these little videos because he's only showing you the best.
Office. I said I need a team of all natural head to toe queens to decorate the principal's office, brothers and sisters. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. The time is now. The academic revolution is here. I need a team of queens to decorate the principal's office. Hit your paper.
Why does Umar need a team of women, in this case, black women, to decorate? You see how sexist and misogynist he is? Why can't Umar, who's had the buildings for 7 years, why can't he decorate? You notice the one thing about Umar that I find interesting, hear me out, everybody, from a psychological level. Everything is about what someone else can do for him. He never tells you what he's going to do for the people. It's always, can you get me a construction worker? With Umar, it's always, can you buy me, can you give me school supplies? Can you find me an electrical worker? Can y'all find me a spot to speak? Can y'all get me, find somebody for me that can give me school desks? Find somebody that's willing to give me land to build a school, which he ain't never gonna do nothing like that. It's always queens. Can you do this for me? Queens, can you do that for me? Queens, can you queen me? It's always queen this and queen that. But he never tells you what he's going to do. He never tells you how much money he's taking out of his own pocket and show you receipts that he's donating money out of his own pocket to the cause. But it's always what you gonna do for him. It's always, if you don't donate, you can't come to the damn. Well, why would anybody want to come to this junk? Umar, in my opinion, I can't give a diagnosis because as a professional, you can't give a diagnosis without actually assessing the individual. But it is my professional opinion that he does have a mental health problem. I'm not going to say it's a diagnosis, but he does behave. I can say this. He does behave like a person that's bipolar. He appears and behaves like someone who's bipolar.
Hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit your PayPal, brothers and sisters. Hit your PayPal, brothers and sisters. Hit your PayPal, brothers and sisters. I need a team of queens. I need a team of queens to decorate the principal's office. That's what we're talking about. If you need to reach me, 215-989-9858. Don't call me. You can only text me. 215-989-9858. Don't call me. You can only text me.
Man, it's crazy.
215-989-9858. Don't call me. You can only text me, brothers and sisters. I'm too busy for phone calls.
He's full of crap. Umar Johnson has never seen a piece of booty that he wouldn't want to hit. This man is sitting up here telling you that he's too busy. No, he's too busy for calls that are about real business. But he'll never refuse a woman that would be willing to have relations with him. Because Umar, when he says he needs a queen, he really is trying to groom women. He's really trying to look for his next prospect. Remember that young lady when Umar was at somewhere speaking and a black girl, full figure sister, walked up? Y'all remember this video? And she said that Umar had his way with her the night before, that he charmed her pants off. And then the cowardly so-called black power conscious community, as cowardly as it is, they rushed that black woman out of there didn't want her to tell her story to expose Umar Johnson for the hypocrite that he is and the sex fiend that he is. And I blame the black conscious community that's not very conscious, as I've said this before, for allowing this man to go unchecked, to continue to book him in speaking engagements, that continue to book him on these goofy podcasts. Like this.
Really our money. So when the doors open, black people did this.
My last question on that is, do you ever get frustrated where it's like every celebrity who get a podcast, they'll want you on there, but I'll be like, do these people really be giving? I know, I'm sure they pay you to come on their platform, but do they sit here and say, let me donate to the school? Because it's like
very few.
That's why I was wondering. Even with like LeBron, like I know I pay attention to you a lot where you give a lot of niggas graces when it comes to the lashes, where it's like, nah, you deserve like 50.
The lashes. Who is? Wait a minute. He gives a lot of N's. They supposed to be conscious. They using the N word. He says you giving a lot of N's. When it comes to lashes. Why? Check this out. When you look at black history, black people were hit with lashes by the slave master on plantations. We were whipped and mistreated. Why is Umar, who claims to be a Pan-African, using words and terms that were used in reality on our ancestors were whipped and harmed by plantation owners? And Umar uses a plantation ideology to say he's going to whip and lash black people. You see how sick his psychology is? Let's listen to the rest of this nonsense before I get back to those sliders.
Like, damn, why somebody like LeBron, okay, cool, you up a B. Why not just say give out whatever thought it's not gonna hurt you?
You cannot.
Why
and
not?
The reason why they cannot, and I know plenty of celebrities. I know A-list celebrities. We talk on the regular.
He's a damn lie. He's a damn lie. He said he knows A-list celebrities and they talk on a regular. Umar Johnson is a lie. If he knows so many A-list celebrities and he says that they don't give him money because they'll be in trouble, how stupid are you think we are, Umar? They could easily give you money under the table. They could easily give you some money under the table. They could easily donate and go by another name. And you would never have to say, I got some money from Dave Chappelle, who you talked about like a dog because he has an Asian wife. But then when you met him in person, you was all over him like a long lost brother. I got the photos on that. This is stupid. If they really were for Umar, they could easily give Umar under the ground and say, Umar, I'm going to give you $1 million. Umar, I'm going to give you $5,000, $10,000, but you can't say it came from me. They could give him money. They could give him cash money that nobody could trace. And he could just put it in they could give him cash money. He wouldn't even have to put that money in the bank. He could just spend that money on supplies so that there wouldn't be any people at the bank wondering. Because if you have $1 million, if a celebrity gives you over $30,000 and you bring that to the bank, it has to be reported. They could say, hey man, I'm going to give you $30,000. Don't put it in the bank. Don't report it to nobody, but you better use that money for school supplies. There's all kind of ways that celebrities could give you money without people knowing. Umar's a liar.
They can't make a donation because for many of them in their team, they got Caucasians.
Gotcha.
And for the ones who don't have Caucasians, they're
Sweet DJ, how you doing?
Institutions. They are watched. There's a segment of the FBI that just watches black celebrities. Just like you had the hip hop police, they have that for music, they have it for comedy, they have it for song, right? They cannot afford for rich blacks to invest into black people.
This is a lie. This is the reason why Umar is saying this again. Umar is saying this because he has burned all bridges with celebrities. They're not going to donate money to him because he has talked shit about them. They're not going to give them money because they've got handlers and people, accountants, business people that have probably looked into Umar, and they probably have told him, like NFL players, Honor has talked about this as well, that these athletes and entertainers have been told by their managers and people who handle their finances that do not donate to this man. He's a fraud. That's why nobody is donating to him. That's a celebrity. So the way he hides, he's a car salesman. I said again, the way he hides that the car is a lemon is that he says, I can't get donations from celebrities because, the FBI is watching celebrities. The FBI been watching people for years. Hell, they were watching Malcolm X, and he wasn't a celebrity. They have never feared black entertainers. They fear black people who stand up for us. But Umar is setting up here. The only entertainers that they feared were people like Muhammad Ali, because he was truly for his people. They're not fearing any buck dancers. Umar has to say this so that you can't say, hey, Umar, if you know all these celebrities, why haven't they donated money to the school? Why are you having all these problems? So he has to say, well, it's because they told me that they can't give me no money because they got Big Brother watching them, and Big Brother's going to report them to the IRS or to the FBI. They're going to be in trouble. What are we talking about here, y'all? More of Umar Johnson's lies. The man is lying. He's a pure liar, a pure manipulator, full of crap. A man who is not celebrated today because his daughter already had called him out and told us what he was really all about.
This is why when you look at Oprah or LeBron, they'll send 20,000 black kids to college. But that's not a risk to the white power structure because you're giving white colleges, mostly white, money for these kids to spend five.
He's a dumbass. You've got black celebrities that donate money to the Negro College Fund. So if that was the case, why hasn't the Negro College Fund been destroyed? Why haven't black celebrities been put into jeopardy because they donate and raise money for black colleges? He's an idiot. There are black celebrities that give money that I know of to black historical colleges that have donated. Matter of fact, Bill Cosby donated to black colleges, him and his wife, for years, like Morehouse and Spelman. And that ain't the reason why what happened to Cosby, y'all. It wasn't because he was donating money to black schools. He had been doing that for years. So Umar's argument is mute. It's BS. He got to say this because he has to make it look like they scared to give him money. No, they don't give him money because they know he's a fraud. And they got people telling him in their ear, don't give that dude no money. He ain't doing nothing over there in Wilmington. He got Obandos over there.
5 years getting a degree, that ain't going to really mean nothing when they get out.
Boom. Umar Johnson. Let me play this one more time. I want y'all to hear this one more time.
Money for these kids to spend 5 years getting a degree, that ain't going to really mean nothing when they get out. That's nothing. But if LeBron or Oprah said, you know what?
So he tells you that if black kids go to PWI colleges or college in general, that they're going to get a degree that won't mean anything. Yet he keeps telling you that you need to send your kids to his school, a school that will not be accredited. What is he talking about? This man spent years in white people colleges. He brags about having 5 and 6 degrees, right? Which means he spent all kind of time in white people's colleges. So how you going to turn around and pull the ladder up? You got your degrees that you brag about from white universities, PWIs. And now you want to say that, well, if LeBron and Oprah have schools and they're sending black kids to universities, which is LeBron has a charter school in Cleveland. He has a charter school in Cleveland, right? That went under some scrutiny, but he has a charter school. You're saying if we send kids to college, that the degrees don't mean anything, but your degrees mean something when you spent years getting degrees in psychology, certifications, as you brag about, even though you ain't licensed. You brag about how qualified you are, Umar Johnson, but yet you got those degrees from white people's colleges. And now you want to tell us that black kids going to white college will be a detriment to them, meaning their degrees won't mean nothing. Then if their degrees don't mean nothing, your degrees don't mean nothing either, sucker. Your degrees don't mean nothing either, sucker. We're going to come back to that little part again because I'm going to make it make more sense. Now, let's get to this area here. Remember I talked about mold and he's got mold in the gym, mold on the outside of the building. Y'all know I've been talking about mold. Many people have been talking about this. Well, how much would it cost? See, nobody's actually gone into the economics of this the way I'm doing this right now. In the fashion in the way I'm doing it. I'm sure people have talked about it. Honors has broken down some things economically. Make a Change has talked about economic things with Umar Johnson. He's done a great job. And I'm doing an area where we talk about the mold, but we haven't talked about, we know that it's a health hazard. We know that he won't get a certificate. He won't meet the key inspections to pass with that mold, y'all, right? And so what does it cost? What will it cost for Umar to fix the problem? See, it's about let's solve the problem. Well, how will Umar Johnson be able to fix the problem? Check out the slider. Mold removal cost in Delaware, Wilmington will cost you between $500 and $5,000 on average. The cost will vary based on location, square footage, and ease of access to where the mold is. In attics, repair costs for roofs, leaks may be included. So you're going to have to pay for labor, Umar, plus the cost. That's another thing I forgot to say too. Most of these expenses like this, you're going to have to pay labor too, along with the basic cost for it. Back to it. Professional renovations protects your home and your health. Umar Johnson cannot open up a school. He will not be able to open up a school until he spends the money to fix this problem. And from what we could see, the problem is serious. And I'm going to make an argument here, I'm a guesstimate here that the problems in those buildings is going to run more than $5,000 to $5,000. Yes. I think it's going to run him more because it's in the gym. We see it on the walls, inside the building, outside the building. God knows what's in the roof area. There's no way he's going to open up the school without fixing these problems that will cost him between $500 to $5,000, depending on the square footage. The longer the footage, the more it's going to cost Umar Johnson. And it's just another way for him to say, I need y'all to give me some more money because the coons and the sellouts and the people that's against me don't want me to help black boys in school. They want to stop our vision of having FDMG all over the country. They want to stop our vision, y'all, because I've already showed y'all the lemon car. I've already showed you the car salesman routine that things are fixing up.
For phone calls, I'm working for the people. I'm working for the people. I'm too busy for the phone calls. I'm working for the people. Hit your PayPal. Hit your PayPal. Franklin, Virginia, I'm going to see you for Juneteenth. Franklin, Virginia, I'm going to see you for Juneteenth. We're going to do what we got to do, brothers
Check
and
this
sisters.
out.
We're going to do what we got to do. We're going to do what we got to do. Unify
And what's
or
that?
die.
What's that?
We're going to unify or die. It's your big brother, King Kong. It's your big brother, King Kong conscious.
Another thing I want to say to you guys, everybody. Why does Umar, this is a question I have for everybody in the chat room. Please share this video. Share this video. Share this video. For those of you that's been rocking with my channel, you know me from YouTube. You know me from being over in Honor's channel and as a mod over there, you know, speaking my speech over there from time to time in the chat room. You guys have shared my videos. You guys have shared it in social media. You shared it amongst each other. This video, because I'm breaking down numbers and data here, I need you to share it more than you ever have shared my content before. Share this like your life depends on it, because we're breaking down data right here. Now, the question I want to say to everybody right now that I find very disturbing, and I have been finding this very disturbing with Umar for a very long time. Why is it that Umar Johnson always makes reference to the term or the word King Kong? Why is he always referencing that word? Why is he always calling himself a primate? Which is something that people used against us as a racial slur. You saw what Trump did with Obama, no matter what you think of Obama, but what he did for Obama and what he did to Michelle Obama was disrespectful. Why is he always making a reference to a gorilla, when that's one of the animals that they would use as a racial slur to stereotype us as monkeys, as primates, as gorillas? Why is Umar Johnson constantly defining himself as a gorilla? You know, there's something disturbing about what he's saying. There's something psychologically not right about him saying that. For a man who claims to be a psychologist, a conscious man of the Black conscious movement, you would think he would have enough consciousness to realize, I don't want to call myself a gorilla. Why am I calling myself an animal? Just like when men say, that's my dog. No, don't call me a dog. A dog is a four-leg animal. I'm a man. He keeps making reference to himself as being a primate. Something is weird about that to me. And remember what happened to King Kong. King Kong was chasing after a white woman. Even though Umar says he ain't into white women, we know he is. King Kong ended up getting himself killed because he was too busy being obsessed over a white woman. That he climbed the entire state building, and of course they shot him down. They bombed him, and he fell off the entire state building. But part of the obsession is that, remember, this is the stereotype of the whole issue around King Kong. In the original King Kong movie, the Africans, or what they tried to depict as Africans, because they were white people, it was a stereotype. They were in blackface. King Kong would not accept the beauty of a black woman. Hear me out here. This is some deep shit. In the King Kong movie, Umar keeps making reference to himself being King Kong and that he only wants black women, but yet he's making reference to himself as a primate that was depicted in a movie that was obsessed over a white woman. And when the natives try to present a more darker skinned female because when they made that movie, they were really trying to make them be African, right? When they presented their own women to King Kong, he rejected. I don't know if y'all picked up on the stereotype in the whole put white women on a beauty standard pedestal while downing black women, which is why what that UFC fighter said about Michelle was very dangerous. Because King Kong rejected the black woman that the natives presented to him as a sacrifice, right? But when he saw the white woman that was presented to him, because remember, they stole the white woman and presented her to King Kong, and he went crazy. Went crazy over having possession of her. You would think that Umar would have enough conscious sense to understand how ridiculous it is that he defines himself as King Kong. I know I was long-winded with that part of my presentation, but do y'all get where I'm coming from? Yeah, it's like a drug, brother Derek. It's like a drug. It's like drugs. Do y'all get where I'm coming from with that part of the presentation? Now, back to the mold. Back to the mold.
I'm just letting you know we still fighting for the babies. We still fighting for the babies.
No, you're not. You ain't fighting for nothing. King, see, still calls himself King Kong.
FDMG Parkway, the Prince of Pan-Africanism Boulevard.
Now, I just showed you guys why it was dumb for him to be calling a grown man to be calling himself King Kong a primate. Once again, it's going to cost some money to clean up the mold that's in the buildings. Now, another thing that I want to play for you again, when he talked about that on the podcast that he was on, this right here again.
Money for these kids to spend 5 years getting a degree, that ain't going to really mean nothing when they get out. That's nothing. But if LeBron or Oprah said, you know what, I'm not spending $40,000 anymore on bachelors. I'm going to make them write a business plan, and I'm going to give them a $40K for their business plan, and I'm going to give them a business coach to see them through their first 3 years. Now you're becoming a problem because by you building up all.
Shut up, Umar Johnson. You are making you want to have a school that has no accreditation. You just said that you don't want the school will not be accredited. You're talking about that it's sending black kids to these colleges to get degrees that won't mean anything. But if the kids go to your school, their high school, their diplomas, their junior high diploma, their elementary school diploma will have effects. It won't be recognized. Let me show you what I mean. This has been researched in Delaware, Wilmington. All my research comes from Delaware, Wilmington, but this one is an overall breakdown. Here we go with Umar Johnson's bullcrap. Major risk of unaccredited schools transferring credits if your child eventually wants to return to a public school. Let's say Umar gets kids, which he ain't, but let's just say hypothetically he gets kids. And those kids don't like the school. The parents don't like what he's doing. They're not learning well there. Umar is a problem. The school is a complete mess. They're going to have some problems because when they want to return to a regular public school, like those in the Red, Clay, or Brandywine district of Wilmington, Delaware, everything I did on this program for y'all has been research for Wilmington, Delaware. These are the districts, Red Clay or Brandywine district, or transfer to a large accredited private school. Their unaccredited credits may not be accepted. So if their parents, if you put your kids in Umar's school and you don't like what's happening in the school, you're seeing that the school is raggedy, or he's running the school raggedy. Your child is having problems. You want to take them out. And let's say you want to put them in a better private school or put them back in public school. All the stuff that Umar Johnson and his teachers are teaching them, because he ain't got no teachers, all the stuff that they've been in, all the time that they've been in Umar Johnson's school, or no, his abandoned buildings, they ain't going to earn nothing. They're going to have to take all their courses over again. It won't be transferable to private or back to public schools. Who would send their kids to this kind of situation? You got to be out of your mind. Umar Johnson is crazy. Sound the alarm. Now, let's say your child wants to go to college. Messing around with Umar Johnson's school is going to hurt you when it comes to college down the line. College admissions. Many universities strictly require a diploma from an accredited institution. An unaccredited diploma can create significant roadblocks or require the student to take additional examinations to pass their way to get into college. Messing around with Umar Johnson is going to impact you down the line. Because remember, Umar said he wants to add more grades down the line. This is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. I want y'all to definitely take everything that I just said in. Take it in. I'm going to say something to you guys right now. Don't ever let anybody point at you and say, oh, what have you done for Umar Johnson? You shouldn't be critical of him if you have not donated. A majority of people who are critical of Umar Johnson donated to him at one point in time. A good majority, right? Now, at one point in time, I donated way back when it seemed like he was on the up and up. And then as the time passed, I said, no, this is a hoax. This is a grift. No more. So anybody who tells you you don't have a right to, and I don't care if you didn't donate, right? You got people who will say to you, well, what have you done? Who have you donated to? How can anybody get on any platform and tell you what have you done? They don't know who you are. They don't know what organizations you've donated to. I have donated to organizations that help kids. I have also worked with kids myself. Anybody that tells you this, you got to look at them with a side eye, because it is very, very obvious that this man is ripping black people off, and he is selling wolf tickets. So you have every right to criticize what he's doing, whether you donated or not. And to assume that everybody that's criticizing him either was not a donator at one point in time, or a supporter, or has not donated to another organization in their life that has not supported something outside of Umar, because we know that Umar is a clown show and a con man. Something's wrong. I just want y'all to hear this, take this in for a minute.
Quite little in return. And that's just the truth. And again, I supported Dr. Umar, and I think it's important for people to decide before they criticize someone, what have you done? You don't have to be the leader. You don't have to always be the number one guy, but have you supported someone who is actually doing something? So I think it's a shame to complain about Dr. Umar, but you've never supported his school.
Now, how does the Saint, this is a guy who goes by this name, the Saint, and he used to make these claims that he invented this, invented that, went to UC Berkeley, and there were people on YouTube who had called him a shyster. Now I notice he has pivot to talking about black issues now, and talking about FBA and being kind of pro-black now. I'm just saying there were people, I'm not saying that he was a shyster. I'm saying there's people on YouTube that have made videos saying that he was. But I'm simply saying that he was a supporter of Umar Johnson. I get it. So he has a right to say what he has to say about Umar. I get that part. But you can't get on a YouTube channel and assume that everybody that's talking about Umar has never supported any cause. You just can't do that. I'm 56 years old. I've been around longer than this guy. I've supported a lot of causes and have helped to get kids in college myself through my organization. And support people like my man George Makem of Urban Nerds Worldwide. So you got to be careful when we make general statements about people not being able to criticize Umar if we have not donated to Umar or we haven't donated to any type of cause. You can't make that assumption because you don't know everybody on the internet. You don't know people's background, so you can't make that assumption. And you can't sit up there and say that people don't have a right to have a critique when Umar is taking money from the black community and misusing it, misrepresenting himself, and he's doing it for the benefit because he only cares about smashing the booty of black women and uses black boys as the prop to make you think he's trying to open up a school. So no, I disagree with this brother respectfully.
You've never helped with his cause, and you're not supporting anyone's cause, and you're not supporting the cause of black people. Supporting your immediate family, people you share blood with, that is really nothing. That's a good thing, but that's really nothing. That doesn't give you the right to criticize someone who's actually trying to help the people. So I really want you
guys to let me know honestly in the chat room if you agree with his assessment or not. But then you got to ask yourself this: what has Umar done to help black people tangibly? The reason why I'm saying this about Umar, because Umar is the one that puts himself out there as the leader. Umar is the one that says he's the greatest psychologist. Umar is the one that says he's the only one that has the answer to helping black boys. So because Umar presents himself and praises himself in this way, then I can ask, and anybody can ask, well, what has he done? All I've seen from Umar is that he gets on podcasts and he talks about black folks this, black folks that. He gets on the Art of Dialogue. He talks a lot of conspiracy theory about what happened to Michael Jackson. He talks conspiracy theory about how black celebrities are not giving me no money because, you know, they really can't donate to me. All this is highfalutin talk from Umar Johnson. The question is, what has Umar Johnson done? Have you ever seen Umar Johnson in any protests on the ground? Have you seen Umar Johnson involved in any type of movement or organization that's on the ground fighting a good fight? All we know about Umar and all we've seen of Umar is that he talks on podcasts and says things that can go viral. That's it. He hasn't educated one black boy to this date, one black girl to this date. Umar hasn't even done a book drive in Wilmington, Delaware to donate books or bags to the kids. We got the brothers on the House of Entertainment that are trying to raise money to do a book bag drive for kids going back to school in New York. And they don't got no big name like Umar. They don't got 1 million people following them, but they're doing more with their platform. They're doing more with who they are in the New York area in the platform than Umar is doing. You've never seen Umar say, hey folks, I'm donating some money to this cause over here. Umar just simply says, give me this, give me Cash App, give me PayPal, give me. Now I'm moving to the end, to the last part of my presentation today. I implore you not to go anywhere based on what I'm going to show you. I brought this up to Honors in one of his videos, saying that why would anybody send their kids to Umar Johnson School when there are new schools and new programs in Wilmington, Delaware? When I did the research, there is one brand new school. It's an academy. There are some youth programs coming up, and there's some schools that they're trying to improve. When I show you what they have in Wilmington, Delaware, it's free of charge. There is no way you can go from this to having a gym like this. Here we go. Bam. This is the Maurice Pritchett Senior Academy School, named after a black man. See, this school that was named after a black man is because this black man is a known entity in the Wilmington, Delaware area. I'm giving y'all a comprehensive show. I'm giving you the definitive information here, just like Honors gives you definitive information. But nobody has broken this little part down like I'm doing right now. Honors breaks a lot of stuff down. He gives you, he has all the, Honor has all the receipts, all the videos. I don't have all those videos. But what I do have is I have the financial breakdown for you here, and I have some other tangibles right here you see on the screen. Wilmington's one new public school inside the city limits, the Maurice Pritchett Senior Academy. $84 million facility, a momentous project for Wilmington, the first new public school built over 50 years inside of city limits. It's been 50 years since they built a new school, and Umar, his so-called buildings that's supposed to be a school is nowhere in the equation. You see the front of this school? This is what it looks like. See that picture right there? You see this beautiful little picture right here? This is what the school looked like on the outside. State of the art. The first new school in over 50 years in Delaware, Wilmington. Mr. King Kong himself, Mr. King Kong himself ain't got nothing on this. Ladies and gentlemen, they're not charging kids $500 to go to this school. They're not charging these beautiful kids to go to this academy. These are the kids that go to school there. Richard Academy. I can never say that last name, but it's based off of a black man who is known to the community. Maurice Pritchard, he is known to the community. Nobody knows Umar Johnson in the community. Nobody knows him. That's why this school was built. Umar ain't no real activist. Umar ain't no known entity. This is an academy that was built after a black man who was doing things in the community. They put his name on the board. Home of the Lions. They even have a mascot for the school. Where is Umar Johnson's mascot? I want y'all to tell me, where is Umar Johnson's mascot? Can somebody tell me? Where's Umar Johnson's mascot? Let me see if I can find his mascot right here. Right here. Umar Johnson's mascot is Umar Johnson himself. Do y'all get where I'm coming from? Umar Johnson is the mascot. He's the clown. Everything he makes about himself. Umar Johnson is the mascot. Now, let me show you the beauty of this academy. I just wanted y'all to take all this in. Let me show you the beauty of the school. There's no way you're going to send your kids to play in Umar's garbage can building when you got a building like this. Check it out. Look at that. It's a brand new campus. Now, even if it's not brand new from the ground up, they might have renovated it. It doesn't matter. What they did with this building is fantastic. It's beautiful, named after a black man who mattered to the community. Umar Johnson doesn't matter. Don't go nowhere, ladies and gentlemen, until I finish this part of the presentation. Here's the inside of the facility. State of the art. Just take that in for a moment. Look at the design of the floors. Look how clean everything looks. The lighting, everything's professional. Everything's up to code. They got certification for occupancy. Now, I know Umar brought old buildings, but what I'm saying is, why would you put your child in them old, dilapidated buildings and not put your child in something like this if you could? Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Put sevens in the chat room. Why would y'all put your child in something like this? Huh?
Community. Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy is ready to operate, brothers and sisters. We are ready to operate, brothers and sisters.
Look at that. He still got stuff. Look at that. That's nasty right there.
PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit your PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. You must donate or you cannot participate.
You know, one of the things that I noticed too, folks, he's showing you rooms. They're shiny. He cleaned up a little bit. But where's the desk? Where's the school supplies? Where's the teacher's desk? Where are the teachers? This school right here has the facilities. His crap don't have no facilities. Let me show you their beautiful facilities. This should be the end of my video should be the end of Umar Johnson. Look at their facilities. This is in Delaware, Wellington, ladies and gentlemen. I did research on this. This is real. This is one of their classrooms. Look at the lighting. Look how their classroom looks out onto their yard. Look at the carpentry. Look at the desks. Look at the chalkboard. There's a TV to the left. It's beautiful facilities. Why would you send your child? Thank you, House of Entertainment. House of Entertainment, as I said before, y'all raising money for book bags. This man has never done a fundraiser in this community at all. He wants you to accept this, which he has collected money close to 15 years, had the buildings for 7 years, was BSing us around about the HVAC. Remember, he kept talking about HVAC is coming, HVAC is coming. And that was all a farce, right? But look at this.
I said you must donate or you cannot participate. Look at those floors, brothers and sisters. We ready. The FDMG Pan-Africanists will be learning. We are ready, brothers. And look at the shine on that floor.
Nobody at the Maurice Pritchard Academy is telling people that you can't participate in the school, that you can't be a part of what's happening if you didn't donate. Nobody's talking like that. Of course, they use tax dollars to fix it up. I get it. That's still black people's money out there. But look at it. I'm looking at this. Look at this classroom again. I'm going to show you some more. Look at that. Very nice. Very well put together. That's not it. That's not it. Check out their science lab. This school will go from kindergarten to 8th grade. Look at their science lab. So why would you pay Umar Johnson $500, $600, or $700 to send your kids to his dump when you can send your kids to this school for free in a community that has low economics, a community that's poor, a community where people are not making a lot of money, people are struggling. It's a poor community. They can't afford to give Umar $500 to $600 to $700 a month to pay for his trashy building when they can go here for free. In these facilities, a science lab that looks like that, a classroom that looks like this overlooking the yard. Oh, I haven't finished, y'all. Check this out right here. None of this is fake. This is real. Look at the hallways. Look at the structure. Look at the creativity. Look at the balance with the colors. The colors are balanced. Umar, he got everything painted yellow, everything that's irritating you. Even though yellow is supposed to get you excited and give you energy, it's irritating, man. Look at this.
Are y'all ready for academic
Well, now he's got
revolution?
orange in there.
Are
Yellow.
y'all ready for academic revolution? Are y'all ready for the intellectual insurrection, brothers and sisters? In this holy building.
No, it's not a holy building. No.
In these sacred walls, there will be an
This is academic evolution right here. A science lab, STEM classes for young kids. This is what it's about. This is what it's about. Look at their yard, the outside of the back of the school. This is all brand new facilities. Why would you send your kid to Umar Johnson? Don't even have a playground for the kids. He don't have a proper yard with proper design like this for the kids. See, I haven't even talked about that. Wait a minute. It just dawned on me. He hasn't even created proper outside facilities for the kids. Why would you send your kid to Umar Johnson in his abandoned buildings that he's been using as a con game when your kids can have something like this? Here is Umar Johnson's gym, which is not going to pass inspection because he's got buckling going on in there. And those of us who have seen other videos know that there's black mold in there. Why would you send your kids there when you can send your kids to a academy where you don't have to pay tuition and you get in this type of facility like this? Yes, that is their gym. Yes, that is a proper gym. No buckling floors, brand new facilities, glass backboards, proper seating, proper lighting. No black mold hanging in the ceiling somewhere on the walls like a spider. Why would you put your kid in a school with a gym that has buckling floors like this? Why would you pay $500 to $600 to $700 for that when you can get this for free, paid for by tax dollars? Public school, huh? Somebody tell me something in that chat room. Am I cooking with grease? Am I cooking with grease, or am I not cooking with grease and fire tonight? Yes, that's right, Jesus. And see, House of Entertainment, I don't know how many of my videos that you've seen on Umar Johnson, but if you've seen some of the other videos, you know that I did videos where, and other people have done videos showing the inside of those buildings and that those buildings are not safe. He's not going to be able to make inspection. How can anybody with any common sense send their kids to this place, this Umar Johnson disaster that he wasted money on? You know, he could have built a school from scratch. There was a family somewhere in the South that offered him land to build a school from scratch.
An intellectual revolution like one you have never seen in your life, brothers and sisters.
No.
One you have never seen.
Once again, the thing that I noticed is that Umar doesn't even have any tables in the room. Where are the tables?
The revolution is coming.
Where are the teachers' tables? Where are the school supplies?
Black girls will be saved.
Look,
and the community programming will be.
Did you guys realize this? That the one room that Umar shows that he was shining those tables. He was shining the desk. That's the only room in those buildings that actually have desks. All these other rooms, I don't know if y'all talked about that. I don't know if Honor talked about this. All these rooms don't have desks. He only has one showroom, like a car on a car lot in a showroom. He only has one room that actually shows a room with school desks. All the other rooms don't have school desks. Have y'all picked up on that? Hit sevens if you have. Hit no if you didn't.
The community programming will be off the hook. I said the community programming will be off the hook, brothers and sisters. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
All these ugly colors he's using. Green, that lime green.
PayPal.me/
Look at that, one chair. Where the desk at?
This is the teacher's lounge. This is the teacher's lounge. This is the teacher's lounge, brothers and sisters. We gotta
then where are the furniture?
For our teachers.
You just now talking about couches. What about curriculum, Umar? What are you going to teach them? Nobody is going to send their kids to this place when you got a place like this. Brand new, state of the art. You don't have to pay a dime. They have all the facilities to educate your child there. And check this out. I looked at some pictures in this school. A lot of the faculty are Black. A lot of the kids, the majority of the kids, because it's a Black community, most of the kids in the school are Black. Most of the faculty, or a good portion of them, are Black. So if anybody says, oh, this is a school ran by white folks only, no, it's a school that has a population of mainly Black students, mostly, and has white teachers. Yes, it has some white teachers, but has a good majority of Black teachers.
Tell the truth.
Why would anybody take these kids out of this place to go to Umar Johnson's place? Because he's claiming that it's Afrocentric. Another program that's happening in the community is right here. The Youth Development Center. It's a $19.3 million program. This is what the building looks like, everybody. The Youth Development Center, after school space, early childhood YMCA daycare, workforce development programs near Howard High School in Delaware, Wilmington. These are programs that the kids can take advantage of in this community. They don't need to go to no damn Umar Johnson. And these are free programs. They even got a program called STEM Hub in Easton Charter School called STEM Hub. It's a charter school. The East Side Charter School has developed a major STEM hub featuring 3D printing lab, coding suites and TV production studios for Riverside neighborhoods in Delaware, Wilmington. Have I rest my case tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Umar is only about the money that you give him. He's only about smashing the cheeks of black women. He doesn't care about black kids. He just uses them as part of his selling point, like a salesman at a car dealership. And he's been lying to you about, I'm going to open up a damn FDMG all over America. He ain't going to open up a FDMG all over America when he can't even open up one in this American city called Delaware, Wilmington. Or Wilmington, Delaware, should I be correct? Okay? He ain't going to be able to do none of that, y'all. It's all lies. It's all fabrication. See, he ain't gonna put nothing in Mississippi. He ain't gonna put nothing in Alabama, Kentucky, West Virginia, Indiana, Illinois, Chicago, right? San Francisco, Oakland, Arizona, Utah. He's always calling out people in all these places. He ain't building nothing in Nebraska, Colorado, Wyoming, Ohio, West Virginia, right? Virginia, Georgia. He ain't building nothing in Texas. None of these places that he has traveled to and lied to you, ran schemes and told y'all, ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking for another FDMG building. Y'all hit the Cash App. That's all about part of his lies and have been his lies for as long as I can remember when it comes to the Umar Johnson situation. I really appreciate y'all tonight. I really do. Let me go ahead and read some of the statements in the chat room. I know I've said a mouthful tonight, but I just want to see what y'all think about the presentation tonight. Y'all feeling where I'm going, where I'm coming from. I know I haven't done an Umar Johnson video in quite some time because I really want to focus on a variety of content on this channel. But when there is time to talk about Umar and I had to talk about this particular situation, I will do so. Now, Island Girl says, yes, he's a roll call. Okay, here we go right here. Let's see. He's worse than a pimp pastor. At least the pastor got a building. All right. We've got, what's this? The, Boulay, it does not even sound feasible to put a school in all those areas that don't have support of people who can afford to use it. Right. But the schools that I just named to you are free. Free. So nobody's going to, once people in the community see the options of going to that academy school and they see what Umar is presenting to them, and he's charging them $500 to $600 to $700, and they got that facility, that school, that's a known entity in the community, named after a black man that's a known educator or a known entity in the community. Game is over. Umar is not a known entity in the community. The brother that's named after that school is. Let's go. Afro Punk says, great show. Thank you. Thank you very much. Grade schools and middle school is a beginning, not a psychological experiment. Thank you. It's not a psychological experiment. But Umar is behaving and acting like this is some kind of experiment because he's the greatest psychologist that ever lived. Let me see right here. Let's see. This person said right here. I'm going to put this up in here. And this person says, Eastside School is awful. So the Eastside School is awful? Tell me more about it. Okay, is it awful? You said it's awful? What about the first school that I talked about, that new academy? What about that school? You said it's awful. Now, in comparison to what Umar is doing, would you say it's more awful than what Umar is doing, or is it better? Let me throw that question at you. That'd be an interesting answer to get from you. We got, we will take free and safe. Let's see. We will take free and safe, please. Right. Free and safe is correct. Thank you. Okay. Alicia's on the board. She says, yes, this has been a great live. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me go to RJ. The alternative one says, I can see a lot of sexual harassment lawsuits from the teachers. Yeah. Anytime he's talking like that, Umar is setting himself up for a sexual harassment suit. Because when he says he's going to paddle the women, he's talking about the teachers or the parents of the kids. But why would you even say something like that and put it on video for everybody to see? He's an idiot. He's a mentally ill idiot. She says yes. Kofi says the blue says yes. Thank you. And I think Jasmine says RJ exactly. Yeah, RJ is correct about what he's saying. Sweet. We've got a Sweet DJ. Hey, what's going on, Sweet G? Thank you. Thank you. Let me see. Jessica, let me say the names correct. I'm sorry. Jessica, I'm sorry if I said your name wrong the first time. Jessica says that the school will never happen, so no comparing. But look up the Columba Charter in Wilmington. Okay, it's a centered around okay, I should have. You know what? I didn't look that up. Maybe because I should have looked for African-centered schools. But thank you for putting that message out there. I give you a clap. Okay, Miss Blue says, who even takes him serious? No, I don't take him serious. You shouldn't take him serious. I think the reason why I did this video and why I have done these videos is because for every person that is aware of Umar Johnson's treachery, there are a lot of people out there who just don't know, who are not aware. They're not paying attention. And like I said before, the people that on these podcasts, they, to me, are doing us a disservice, platforming this man. The humble one has come in the house and said, he needs to leave the drugs alone. Yeah, he's smoked out on something. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Tell the truth.
We've got All City comes in the house saying, I said if he opens the school, he's going to get sued for sexual harassment and embezzlement. Could be very possible. I don't trust him. Sweet D says this, they only want clicks and views. Yeah, that's true. They know that Umar brings them lots of clicks and views, and that's why they'll always bring them back. Okay, we got my island girl here saying Umar is inappropriate and unprofessional, tossing word salads at best. Always turns conversation sexual for no reason, constant projection. Absolutely. Thank you for that.
Tell the truth.
Okay. Purple information man, bring the information. This was very informative. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You are listening to Information Man. Please make sure to subscribe to his channel.
Tell the truth.
Thank you. So, like I said, everybody, please share the video because of this. This is the fact. I loaded this video with facts. So I didn't just sit up here and say, okay, he opened up. He's showing you some stuff that looks like it's clean. It's nice, but it ain't going to open up. I said those things, but I backed it up with facts. And I said, okay, he did all that car salesmanship, should I say. But wait a minute. How is he going to be able to afford all the other stuff? And once again, I want to make sure you guys realize something. He's only showed you a room that has one room that has desks in it that he's been shining the desk, right? But all those other rooms that he was walking through, you notice he had no desk. And remember the brother who was trying to give him some desks on the cheap? And he wouldn't pay that black man's gasoline cost. The man had a big rig. He was going to drive there with free school desks. And Umar stopped talking to him when the man was trying to contact him. And he blocked this man who was going to give him free school desks only because the brother said, hey, if you could just pay my expenses for my gas, I would definitely be happy to do so. Umar is the clown, and he's also the mascot for this Obando building. Okay? He is the clown. PayPal forever, first day of school, never. I like that. I like that very much so. Wow. My man Yalpo put out he said this, the fact that there are still people there. Let me slow it down. When I talk too fast, that's when I say my words wrong. My man Yalpo says the fact that there are still people taking him serious is exactly why we need to show like this. We need a show like this one and this information. Thank you, brother. All right, we got my man 100 Real Man. I like that cowboy hat, brother. I remember seeing you over at Honors Pro show too. And he said this, the bad thing is I have a learning center here in West Texas teaching kids in my community. Man, let me give you a clap for that. Teaching kids in my community, trading and coding with the help of the boys. I want to say to you, brother, thank you for what you do. You're doing something that Umar's not even doing, and he's been collecting money. And I'm pretty sure you're not on social media begging people 24 hours a day for what you're doing. See, I'm going to say this. This is where Umar went wrong, ladies and gentlemen. He should have started off with a small school. He wanted to go big scale. He could have easily done well for himself with a small little room, a small little building, and teach them. And he could have made a learning center just like you. Umar, and Honor has talked about this. I've talked about this. Many people have talked about this. Umar could have made a lot of money doing online courses. He could have made an online curriculum and probably got rich off of that when he was at his hype, but he messed up. He blew the momentum that he had because he wanted to scam black people. And he got caught up because he thought he was all of this in a bag of cookies just because he was on Hitting Colors, and he blew up off of that. He thought he was the be all to end all. Okay?
Tell the truth.
It's a scam. That's right. He could have a virtual school. Man, let me put you up here. Thank you for what you had to say, brother. I appreciate what you had to say, brother. 100 Real Man for 4. Yes. NSL. He could have had a virtual school and made a lot of money, create a curriculum. Umar didn't have to go into this whole, let me build a brick and mortar thing. I mean, we're living in times where you don't necessarily need a brick and mortar facility to provide lesson plans for kids and their parents. But if he had started off small and got himself like a small building, a small little room, and then he could have built his reputation from there. And then as money came in, as he grew, he could have gotten a bigger school and he could have expanded and expanded. But the reason why Umar wanted a whole big old enchilada is because Umar is a narcissistic personality individual. He wants all the credit. He wants none of the blame, but he wants all the credit. And so by building a big old campus where they can live there, remember he said at St. Paul's, they was going to live on St. Paul's. He lied about that. He never put a bid on the St. Paul's campus that he claimed was for sale because Umar wants the credit. He wants to say, look at me. This is not about educating black kids. It's about Umar saying, look at me. I'm the greatest. I'm King Kong. His obsession with a damn prime mate.
Tell the truth.
I'm about to end the show now. Thank you. Thank you, 100 Real Man. I appreciate you coming over and joining the show. I appreciate everybody. I'm going to give you all a clap. Let me read a few more. Let me see. If Umar wanted a job, he would have gotten one in all these years. Umar does not want to do all that work. He just wants the money. Right. But see, Umar don't need a job because we've been given, well, not you guys, those of us that have donated to Umar. If you were a donator at one point in time or still is right now, Umar don't want a job because his job is to say, hit the Cash App. Give me some money. People are giving him money. He's making his living off of people giving him money. Therefore, he don't need to go out. Why would he want to go out and get a damn real job when black folks are willing to give him money without accountability of that money? You see what I'm saying? Okay.
Tell the truth.
So, I mean, I don't know what to say, everybody. It's just the truth. It's the God honest truth. He's about the money. You're right. But why would he ever stop what he's doing if people continue to give him money? If there's still people out there who are not willing to wake up because they're so in love with his personality. They're so caught up in his speeches, his emotional con game is what I would call it. He's using emotional triggers to trigger our emotions as a way to con us out of our money so that we can feel some kind of way. That's why, if you notice, Umar Johnson is always talking in terms of guilt trips. When he's on podcasts, every time he's talking negatively about black people, it's a guilt trip because it all comes back to why they not giving me no money. Why y'all didn't give me the money? I deserve the money. Me, Umar, Umar, I'm the number one top guy. That's why Umar gets on podcasts and he talks like this again.
Because for many of them in their team, they got Caucasians. And for the ones who don't have Caucasians, their money's sitting in Caucasian institutions. They are watched. There's a segment of the FBI that just watches black celebrities.
He's complaining about black celebrities because black celebrities are not giving him their money. He feels he's entitled to black people's money, even though he wears Nikes and who wears all kind of hats and all kind of apparel himself. He's obsessed with black people's money. Celebrities are not giving him money because they know he's a con game, and they've got people that can look into Umar and tell them, don't give him a dime. I said that before. Jay, the informant, comes in and says this: Umar also weaponized dead black people, including the kids that was killed by the Asian, that was deleted by the Asian, right, killed by the Asian guy recently. You mean Chow? Yeah. He does weaponize. He weaponizes everything against black people. He uses incidents like that to weaponize against us, not giving him money. He weaponizes black celebrities and just black people in general, because they decide not to give him their damn money. House of Entertainment, I just say it as it is, straight or no chase. Right. Island Girl says this again. You're right. No transparency whatsoever. He fears accountability. He fears everything like that. Everybody, I'm about to end the program. Let me do this real quick. Thank you. It's unbelievable entitlement. Yeah, he has unbelievable purple. He has unbelievable entitlement. You're absolutely right. Let me end the show right now because I've been going on for a while. You guys get my premise, where I'm coming from. Share this video on all your social media. Share it with people that you love, people that are aware of this situation, people who may not be so aware. Share it in Facebook, share it in the Twitter spaces, share it wherever you can share videos of this nature, and let someone know that you love them. I want to say happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Thank you. All the brothers out there that are fathers, happy Father's Day for you. Everybody that wished me a happy Father's Day, I appreciate that too. Everybody share this video in all your social media. And if you have not, and you've enjoyed my presentation today, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, let someone know that you love them. Definitely hit the bell notification, subscribe to this channel, as I definitely appreciate that. I'll be uploading more uploaded videos. I actually do have more video content to disperse out throughout this week, so I'm going to be hitting it hard. Let me also say something about the Carmelo Anthony situation. The video that I showed the other night, or the video that people have been showing, we know that video is an edited version. A lot of people saying it's edited. It doesn't show when they first got there and the ganging up on him. That's what people are saying, that it's edited. And I know they're not going to show us everything. because they've already made an example of Carmelo Anthony. I'm going to say again, I wish he never did what he did. I wish he was never in this situation. We don't want to see people losing their life. It's a shame. And but Umar Johnson, getting back to him, is a complete con artist. Don't trust him. Wake up. Don't get fooled by him glossing this little shiny showcase for you. Don't get fooled by that.
We got to get a refrigerator for our teachers. We got to get a television for our teachers, brothers and sisters. It's nation time. It's nation time, brothers and sisters. We're not playing no games. It's nation time.
While Umar is spending all of his time talking about we have to get a TV for our and furniture for the lounge room for our teachers. First of all, you don't even have teachers. Second of all, why are you not spending money on supplies for the kids? Why are you talking about lounges? Where are the desks for the rest of the room? Where are the school curriculum? Where are the books and laptops or computers for the kids? What is he talking about? Everybody, I want to say thank you for watching the show. Thank you very much. I really appreciate all of you. It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame, everybody.
Tell the truth.
I appreciate you all out there. Have a great rest of your week. Happy Father's Day to everybody. Share this video. Umar Johnson is a fraud, y'all. Don't get fooled by him showing all that shiny little stuff. He's a car salesman. Peace.
Know how to take care of me, give my baby problems. You gon' regret everything. So I let her know, gotta let her know. Came through the front door, I'll be ready for it. And if it's what you want, I'ma give it to you. Yeah, promise, I'ma give it to you.
Miss that smile, Lord knows I ain't seen that in a while, but it's your style. So something must be up keeping you down. You a queen that must be heaven sent. Pray my soul, I must repent for not telling you what I meant and how I felt. Honestly, I'm used to throwing wishes in a well. My conscience tells me that I could have helped without fail. Actions speak louder than words, and that's a lesson that I learned all by myself.
Let her know, I gotta let her know that she my white horse, she my medical. She like my baby mama, know how to take care of me, give my baby problems. You gon' regret everything. So I let her know, gotta let her know. Came through the front door, I'll be ready for it. And if it's what you want, I'ma give it to you.
Make sure to subscribe.
Promise, I'ma give it to you. La, 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 la.
Feel it, baby, stress is all around us. These high ceilings and I need it, baby. Pressure and make diamonds, I won't steal it, baby. Silent, baby, hurts to see you crying. I know you trying, ain't no lying, baby. When I say I need you, greedy if I have to share you. It was me that all along did you wrong, thinking that I made you beautiful and strong. This toxicity, the death of me, I fear the day you gone. The most beautiful girl I've ever known.
I'll find a way to treat you better. I swear there's no one out there like you. You teach me to be better. My talk is cheap, keep asking what I do. I'll fly you to the moon and hope I'll see you soon. I'll find a way to treat you better. No problem, I'll do whatever. Let her know, I gotta let her know that she my white horse, she my medical. She like my baby mama, know how to take care of me. Give my baby.
Tell the truth.